You guys want to do another 6 minutes of Parliament? I don't think you do. But I want the funk. Me and Shayla want the funk. How's everybody doing? Unmute yourself if you're doing good. Unmute yourself if you're doing bad. How is everybody doing today? Can you hear me?
Yes, we're good here over at Summer Lake.
Boom! We got Abby and Ashley at Summer Lake. Getting excited. What season is it, everybody? It's about to be leasing season. So I've got a little game we're going to play today. It's going to be super fun, super fantastic. You're going to have a lot of fun. But before we play my game, I want you guys to take it away. It's your show. It's your show. What kind of questions do you have for me? What's happening? What's working? What's not working? What can I help you with? I am here for you. What do you need from me? What do you got? Somebody tell me a story. What's going on in leasing land? What do you got? Summer Lake, how are things going with you guys?
We're doing good over here. We're leasing pretty much everything. We've been super busy this month.
Good, good. Everything is super busy. What we're gonna talk about today is really gonna help you when you're super busy. What are some of the things that stress you out the most when you're super busy?
Phone calls.
Phone calls? What is it about phone calls? Unpack that for me. What is it about phone calls that stress you out in leasing season when you're super busy?
When I'm with a prospect and the phone's just going off the hook, and I don't know, I feel like it looks unprofessional because we're ignoring the phone and we have someone in the office and it's just like nonstop.
Yeah, okay. So you feel like it looks unprofessional. I'm going to give you, hopefully, I'm going to give you a tool right now. I'm going to give you something I want you to try. And I think we're going to flip the script on your mindset, okay? All right, let me ask you a question. Is there a restaurant where you live that every now and then, I want you to think of your favorite place to go to breakfast, okay? Not Matt Easton's coming over and making me waffles. I'm going to go out for some breakfast. Do you have a place that you go out to breakfast that you really love when you want to treat yourself to a nice breakfast? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Can you close your eyes and visualize that breakfast spot? Can you see it in your head right now?
Yes.
Okay, Saturday morning. What time do you get up on Saturdays? I guess it depends on how much partying you did the Friday night before. What time do you think you roll into the parking lot of the breakfast place? Are you a super early? Are you at 10 a.m.? What are your thoughts?
At 10 a.m.
Okay, so you roll in 10 a.m. Are there people already at the breakfast place?
Yes.
I knew there would be because it's your favorite breakfast place. Is there people outside waiting for their table?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you walk in and you go to that front counter, right? And what do they always tell you? They take your name down, and how many minute of a wait do they always tell you?
Like 20, 30 minutes.
Like 20, 30 minutes. Are they usually good with that, or do you wait longer than that some of the time?
They're normally pretty good at it.
Normally pretty good. Good. Why do you keep going back to that breakfast place if it's full of people, if it's noisy, if there's people standing outside, if you got to wait 30 minutes? I'm sure there's other restaurants with no cars in the parking lot. Why do you go there and wait?
Because I know I'll get the best breakfast.
Because it's freaking delicious, right? Yeah, you'll get the best breakfast. Everybody, isn't that weird? Everybody wants to eat at the restaurant that everybody wants to eat at, right? And even though it is kind of a pain in the butt, hey, it'll be 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, right, for you to wait, it kind of makes you hungry when you see all those people standing around. And you can smell the waffles, right? It kind of gets your juices flowing and makes you want to have breakfast even more, doesn't it?
Yes.
Why am I telling you this?
To change my perspective on why I find phones annoying.
That too, and I haven't had breakfast, to be honest. I'm kind of hungry, and now you got me. But so everybody wants to eat at the restaurant that everybody wants to eat at, okay? I want you to remember that the next time you are super slammed and you're super busy there in the leasing office, because the same holds true. Everybody wants to eat at the restaurant that everybody wants to eat at. Nobody wants to eat at the restaurant with no cars in the parking lot. And they're like, you go in there and it's like you can hear crickets chirping, right? You're like, I hope those are crickets. I don't know if roaches make noise, but there's nobody in here. I'm a bounce, right? Where just as everybody wants to eat at the breakfast joint with the line outside and everybody sitting there on their phones watching Matt Easton on TikTok, waiting for their table. Everybody's hungry. Everybody wants to eat there. The same holds true with an apartment community. Everybody wants to live where everybody wants to live. And nobody wants to live where nobody wants to live. So I know it's stressful for you right now. I get it. I totally understand, right? I know you're slammed. I know you've got somebody that you're trying to close a lease with at your desk. And I know the phones, your exact words, and I get it and I love it that the phones are ringing off the hook, okay? But what I want to do is I want to flip your mindset, right? The same way that the people at the breakfast place are not like, oh my gosh, here comes another person. They're going to be so unhappy. They're just like, boom, boom, boom. Welcome, 15, 20 minutes. What's your first name? Matt. Matt, I'm going to need an initial on that because I got 7 Matts ahead of you. Oh, but boy, the pancakes are delish. Matt E. Awesome. Matt E. 35 minutes. Don't go too far. Don't go too far because we're going to call your name, right? And I'm literally standing there like, I can't move because they're going to call my name. If I go to my car and get my phone out of my car, that will be the 2 seconds that they call my name, and then I'm not going to be able to eat breakfast, and I'm hungry, right? I want you to take advantage of that same energy in the leasing office, right? So when somebody walks in, I want you to be, the best thing when they're busy in the leasing office is to carry a sword, and a shield with you. These are the greatest tools when you're busy, because check this out, right? If we're slammed and I don't have anything in my hands and you walk in, I'm like, hey, welcome. What can I get you information on? Oh man, I want to know where my Amazon package is. I'm working with the prospect right now. Well, I want to know right now, right? You don't have really any power, right? But if I simply just have things in my hand, welcome, what can I get you information on? Oh, I want to know where my Amazon package is. Amazon package, awesome. Remind me again of what your unit number was. It's 407. Awesome, 407. And your name again, it's Carrie, K-A-R-I. Awesome, Carrie. Hey, I'm working with somebody right now. Carrie, what's the best number? Let me ping you on your mobile. I'll check in the back for that Amazon package. I got it written down. Carrie, 407, right? When you all of a sudden have something in your hands and you're super slammed, you can literally start directing traffic. Welcome. Go over there. Hey, da-da-da-da-da, boom, boom, boom. You've got all this power, okay? The other thing that I want you to say when people walk into the leasing office, we'll get Carrie's Amazon package later. The other thing that I want you to say when people walk into the leasing office, whether they're a resident, a vendor, or a prospect, I want you to get up when you're super slammed, get out of your chair, right? You can even, if you're talking to somebody and they're sitting at your desk, at least stand up, right? It's like my mom taught me. Like when I went out on prom, she's like, if your date stands up, you stand up. Just take your tushy, right? Lift it off of your chair. It shows respect. It shows that you've noticed that person. Welcome. What can I get you information on, right? It is okay for you to break contact with the person that you're talking to. And I know, I get it. There's a lot of old school trainers out there that are like, the person in front of you is the most important person in the world, okay? I get it. They are super important, okay? But you're beyond this. You guys have been on Leasing University for like a year now. You are skillful enough to handle more than one person at a time. Who was that was just talking, I was talking breakfast with? Was it Abby? Was it Ashley? Who was it? Abby. All of the times you've ever been out to eat. When was the last time you went out to eat? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? I don't care. But I'm not talking Chick-fil-A, right? I'm kind of hungry, might do that for lunch. When was the last time you went out and you sat down and you had a server, you ordered from the table? When was the last time you did that?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. Where'd you go? Did you go lunch, dinner, breakfast?
Dinner at Texas Roadhouse.
Dinner at Texas Roadhouse. Love me some Texas Roadhouse. Love their New York strip. okay? Let me just ask you one question. Were you offended? Were you offended when the person that brought you your water, that took your order, that brought you your food, did you find it offensive? And I know people get offended really easily nowadays, but were you offended in any way that they were also working other tables?
No.
No, right? Again, we get this stuff in our head. One, because nobody takes the time like we're doing right now to talk about this stuff. And two, there's a lot of bad sales training still out there, especially in property management. Some of it is complete garbage, right? And we just have these wrong assumptions that we don't like test these. We don't split test these things against the real life. And we think that this person sitting across the desk from us is going to be offended or insulted if we step up out of our chair. Welcome, what can I get you information on, right? They know, all you have to say is, man, I really appreciate that. We have been slammed. Everybody wants to live here. Do you mind if I really quickly greet this person? Every single person is going to be like, no problem, right? They actually enjoy that because it gives them an opportunity to what we call ruminate. Ruminating is they're thinking about the stuff that they're thinking about, and they're thinking about this very important decision that they're going to make. If your server at Texas Roadhouse stood there, you need anything? You good? How's those first couple bites? Right? And was like on you the whole time, that would be creepy and weird. And I'm not saying abandon your prospects. But what I am saying is nobody is going to be offended by you or anyone else at our wonderful organization if we're also greeting other people, if we're also helping other people. Okay? I want you to now have sword, shield, and just orchestrate things, right? I'm working with Abby right now. If you want to have a seat over there, let me grab you a bottle of water. I will be right with you. Fair enough? Right? If you put fair enough on the end of anything, you can ask anybody to do anything if you just put fair enough at the end of it. You're not being rude then, right? Because you're giving them an opportunity to say, no, I can't wait. Okay, and then you can deal with that. But 98, 99, 100% of the people, if you're like, hey, we've been super slammed. I'm working with Abby right now. If you can have a seat over there, I'm going to have myself or Carrie or Andy or whoever it is on your team. They'll greet you. Let me grab you a bottle of water. Fair enough? Right? And they're going to be like, wow, this is the place where everybody wants to live. Okay? So I want you to start carrying a sword and shield. Everybody that comes in, eye contact, smile, and then you're going to project that you are in a hurry to help, that your property is that breakfast place that everybody wants to live at. Now, you talked about at the beginning of this, you talked about the phones, right? You're talking to somebody, phone's ringing off the hook, right? Phone's ringing, bling, 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 okay? Here's what I would like you to do, all right? And you can use some judgment on this. If it's the fourth time and it's still this person, might be a good idea to just let it go to voicemail, okay? But for the most part, especially if you have yet to have broken the conversation with the person in front of you, I am totally okay with you answering the phone, right? Because again, when you went to Texas Roadhouse, you were not offended by them bringing a half rack of ribs to the table next to you, right? How dare they? They're only supposed to be talking to me. It's a given that there's other people that live at your property. It's a given that there's other people that want to eat at that restaurant. It's a given that you are not there to be in total indentured servitude to the person in front of you. However, there's a more skillful way to say this. So I'm talking to you. We're talking about the 2-bedroom. We're going through some floor plans. I've got the little thing in front of you. We're looking at, oh man, this looks good. Ring, 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 the phone rings. Here's what I want you to do, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, we have been so slammed here, and I just want to make sure that we're being fair to everybody. Do you mind if I grab this really quickly? Okay? Listen to what I just said again. I apologize. We have been so slammed here. Everybody wants to live here, and I just want to make sure that I'm being fair to everybody. I'm being fair to everybody. Anybody that's going to be offended by you being fair to everybody is not somebody you even want to have living at your property. You want to be fair to everybody. It's called fair housing, right? This is what we do in our industry. We are a fair and equitable industry. We want everybody. We are an equal opportunity community, right? Everybody should have an equal opportunity to live here. Don't go into that speech with them. I'm just saying, I want you to feel comfortable that it's okay for you to answer the phone. So I'm talking to you. You got the little map in front of you. You're like, man, where's the dog park? This is pretty cool. Let me ask you some questions about how late the pool is open. Ring, ring, ring. Oh man, do you mind if I grab this? We have been slammed here. Everybody wants to live here. I'm trying to be fair to everybody. They're like, yeah, no problem. Take your time. Do what you need to do. They always say the same thing. Yeah, no problem. Do what you need to do. Right? And then I want you to answer the phone. Ring, 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 right? It's a great day at Meadows. What can I get you information on? Okay? Now we're not going to go into our call script, okay? Because that would be rude, right? I'm not going to get into our call script, but I am going to start the same way I answer all of my calls. It's a great day at Meadows. What can I get you information on? I'm calling about your 2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms, fantastic. My name's Matt. What's your name? My name's Abby. Abby, awesome. I'm with a prospect right now. We're just finishing up a few things. What's the best number for me to give you a call right back? Sure, 303-803-7372. Awesome. Matt, I will call you right back, right? I will call you right back and then repeat their number back. 303-803-7372. Awesome, cool, bye, right? And guess what you did? You made Matt is now psyched. Matt is now, the person that called you is now like, whoa, that's the restaurant that everybody wants to eat at. They're super slammed. They're actually leasing somebody an apartment right now, right? This is the one I want to live at. And then you also have the added benefit of the person across from the table from you. What do you think it's going to be like when they're like, after you've taken one of those calls, then you talk for a few more minutes and another call comes in and you go, I just really want to grab it. Do you mind if I grab this one as well? Again, it will only take 10 seconds. Sure, no problem. Now 2 calls have come in and I'm saying, don't press your luck here, right? Answer the phone twice. Okay, after 2, I hope you've got Ashley or somebody there having your back on the calls, right? But let's say I've taken 2 incoming calls. And both of those times I was pleasant, I was in a hurry to help, and I said to both of those people, we are super slammed. I've got somebody here in front of me. As soon as I'm off with them, I will give you a call. Fair enough? Yeah, perfect, cool. What's the best number to reach you? 303-803-7372. Awesome. I'll call you at that number. Now, if I've done that with you twice, and now all of the sudden, we're getting close to closing the lease. Hey, does it make sense to sign the lease? Well, I don't know. $2,400 is a lot of money, right? Who has the power? I do. And I'm not saying be a jerk or flex your power. Don't flex your muscle. But you have a lot of power at that point. That is literally the equivalent of you going to your favorite breakfast place, waiting 30 minutes, seeing that there's a line of people outside of the door, and before you sit your butt down at your booth going, well, I don't know. $9 pancakes are pretty expensive. Is there anything you guys can do about the price on the pancakes? They're going to be like, absolutely not. Would you like to sit down or are you good, right? Like you're projecting this is the place where everybody wants to live. Now you're not even going to have to get to that point with them because you've created so much psychological power that this person is now going to be, just as we get hungry at the breakfast place, this person is now going to start thinking, man, 2 calls have come in. The phones rang 3 other times. I saw her associates. Also, people are literally walking around this place with clipboards saying things like, what can I get you information on? This place is jumping. I am lucky if there's anything available for me. I am probably not in the best position to try and flex my muscle, complain about price, get a better deal. Okay? Or is it going to remove all complaints? Absolutely not. But what it's going to do is increase certainty. And if you remember from the first course, the Perfect Leasing Process, course 01 on the portal, right? Their certainty determines how quickly and easily you will get the lease. And the certainty falls into 3 buckets. They have to be certain about the apartment, okay? This is not helping them in this case because we're not in the apartment, right? Just because people are calling the community isn't giving them certainty about the apartment. You're going to have to be skillful in your questions in your tour. They have to be certain about you. This is building certainty in you because they're saying, wow, this person's on their game. This person's flying around doing 4 things at once. This is the kind of person that I want to be in charge if for some reason water starts dripping from my ceiling, right? This person's on it. She's answering the phone. She's running around. She's not ignoring anybody. I am certain that I want her running my property, or I want him running my property, right? So you've now built certainty in you. And then the last of those 3 buckets for certainty is the community. You've built tremendous certainty in the community. Now here's the weird thing. Same community, same busyness, same buzz, but you don't lean into it and you don't embrace it. And you're not like, wow, everybody wants to live here. We are super slammed. And they hear the phone ring and you don't address it. Do you know where their mind goes? Take a guess where their mind goes if the phone is ringing and you ignore it. What do you think they think? Somebody give me an answer. What do you guys think the prospect thinks if the phones are ringing off the hook and nobody's answering them?
Everybody thinks phone and we don't care.
Yeah. What was I missed the first part. I got the we don't care part. Tell me the second part.
That nobody's answering the phone and that we don't care.
Correct. They're going to think, and there's 3 things they're going to think. And I'm sorry, it's just psychology. People's minds are in the gutter, okay? People are negative by nature. So you're right. They're going to think, number 1, that nobody answers the phone at this community. Number 2, that you don't care. And most importantly, well, not most importantly, because those 2 are pretty bad, but number 3, you know what they assume? They assume that those calls are negative-based calls. This is really weird, right? But when we ignore something, the other person can't help but think we're trying to hide something. So that phone ringing that gets ignored, they think must be an upset resident, right? Must be somebody's power is out. Somebody's got a leak. Somebody's got a dog barking somewhere, right? They automatically assume the worst. Now, I'm not saying you don't get calls for leaks, dog barking, water somewhere, whatever it is, right? Upset residents. But listen to how skillful you can handle it because they can't hear the other person. You're not answering on speakerphone. It's a great day at Meadows. What can I get you information on? Yeah, this is Selma in 905. Now you think it's dripping again. Right? They can't hear any of that. Awesome, Selma. Remind me again, what's your unit number? 905. Perfect, Selma. I'm working with somebody right now. Selma, what is the best number for me to give you a call back? 303-803-7372. Awesome. Perfect. And then you just simply hang up the phone. I really appreciate it. Let me grab it. We have been slammed here. I got residents wanting to renew their lease as well. Right? You don't have to lie, but just say we've been super slammed here, right? We got residents wanting to renew. Thank you so much for letting me grab that. Want to make sure that we're getting all the calls. But that's it. You don't have to get into it with Selma about the fact that she thinks you guys stole her knitting needles that came via Amazon overnight, right? That Amazon actually hasn't delivered yet, okay? Just answer the calls. When you avoid things, they can't help but think that you have something to hide. Same way when you were a kid, we did this, or if you ever babysitted kids, the kids you babysat did this, or if you have kids, your kids probably do this now. You roll in and they're like, yo, Dad, how's it going? How was your day at work? Good, Anderson, my day was great. How was your day? It was good. Nothing's going on with school. Really? Nothing's going on with school? No, it's all good. Little something with my science, but it's all good. What's going on with your science? Oh yeah, I didn't turn in my homework and I got a 40% on it, right? Kids are so unskillful at this, right? They'll literally be like, I remember when I babysat these 3 kids, and my own kids, they didn't do this often, but they'd be like very young and they'd be like, nothing broke. I didn't shoot the BB gun at the mirror, right? And I go, look, lo and behold, there's a BB gun hole in the mirror, right? Well, who did? I don't know. I think it was the dog, right? When we automatically assume that when somebody's trying to sweep something under the rug, that thing is bad. But also, just like kids on Christmas morning when they're like, yay, I want to run downstairs, that there's something good on the under end of that yay, right? So what I want you to do is keep your sword and shield handy, and then when that phone rings, oh man, we have been super slammed, I want to make sure we're fair to everybody. Do you mind if I grab this really quick? They're going to be like, yeah, do your thing. Awesome, cool. It's a great day at Meadows. What can I get you information on? I needed some help figuring out whose dog pooped on the thing. Awesome, I can help you with that. What's your name? My name's Andy. Andy, cool. I'm with somebody right now. What's the best number for me to reach? I'll call you as soon as I wrap things up here. Awesome, cool. 303-803-7372. Andy, perfect. I'll call you 303-803-7372. Notice I didn't even say out loud dog poop, current resident. I just got Andy, 303-803-7372. Cool? Does all this make sense? Yes or no?
Yes, thank you so much.
Good. I want you to go this week. I want everybody to go this week. Let's change our mindset from we're overwhelmed, we're under stress, things are going on, to good. We are the place that everybody wants to live at, right? And I want you to project that you're the place that everybody wants to live at. You are super amazing. You are awesome. You are skillful. You are the best in the world, right? But if we can just get you to remember that and realize that just because you're busy, that's actually a good thing, I think you're going to find it's going to make you a lot less stressed, and it's going to make your residents, for lack of a better word, a lot less hungry. So that's a great one, a great question that I think we took up, most of our time. So we're going to save my game for another time. We'll save my game for another time. We got 4 minutes. Are there any other quick questions that I can answer for y'all in these remaining few minutes? Great freaking job. Was Abby, right? Abby, it was Abby, right? Abby?
Yes, thank you.
Abby, you get a trophy. Next time, Texas Roadhouse on me. Who else has got a question? Anyone? Let me see if there's some in the chat. You just sounded like R903. Who said that? Heather? Heather's got 903. Sorry, guys. We don't want to get negative on our residents, but yeah, we've got a few of them like that. But let's just lean in. Let's not be afraid of them. All right. Unmute yourself, because it's hard for me to see the chat up on the big board there because I'm freaking blind. But any final questions? Other than that, I'll let you guys go 2 minutes early because I think this was really helpful. If anybody wants a recording of this, let me know. I'll get it out to you. I love you guys. Be great. Heather, hang in there with 903. I feel you. I got you. I feel you. And the dog pooped on my, I don't know whose it was, but we're going to find out. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you next month. Be great and get those leases, everybody. I love you. Mwah. The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.